Welcome. I am back to bring you another high elo ranked game. My name is Desifresh, and I am joined by AZNDEVIL here today.
Hello. I'm here. Gonna be casted with Desi
Fresh.
Desifresh. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just bad with names,
It's
but it's okay.
it happens. All right, so let's go through these champions. First off, we got Wixkiz. Wait, Wixikiz
Wixie Kids, I believe.
on
Support
Zillion.
Zillion.
Tails on Lucian. TF Blade on Mundo. DJ Pocket Change on TF, and Braxas on Nautilus. Meanwhile, on the purple side, we have I is Gorilla on Janna. Zerath is Ayuk. Rowhammers is playing Yorick. That's actually a champion you don't see very often. It's going to be interesting
Yep.
how that's going to turn out against the Mundo. Yeah, Stixay on Graves, and Nikone on Fiddlesticks.
Yep.
So just by looking at these teams, what's really like popping out to me is that Yorick pick.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's not something you see very often.
Yeah. I agree with that. It's probably one of those. I'm assuming that Rowhammer's only, if I remember correctly, he only plays mostly Tryndamere, and I'd say they banned him out. So his only left champion for top lane would be Yorick. But for top lane, I'd say against the Mundo, as Yorick is just going to be a straight up farm game. Especially you notice that they both have TP, so none of them are going to try to kill each other.
Alright, so let's actually get this match underway. Starting
Right.
up.
But alright, so we have the standard like mid lane summoners, Flash and Ghost. Pretty typical for TF and the Xerath. Mostly for TF, it was pretty commonly used by Dade and OGN whenever he played TF.
Yeah, that will help him get around more often, a lot faster, especially when he's going to be looking for the gate gank.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure during the early game it's gonna be pretty slow until maybe they can for blue side they can definitely go for a TP with Mundo and a TF gank ulti.
Looks like red team is setting up a bit of an invade. They are stacked up in the tri-bush of bottom side. Will someone be spotted going in there? Looks like they have started the move, headed towards golems. Lucian, he's headed there.
Oh.
He's going to be locked down though. The flash comes out, and he's going to be able to get away. He does start relentless pursuit though.
Yep, that actually does pretty much fall behind in bot lane because he has to use his flash, and he started with his relentless pursuit against definitely a Janna Graves when level 1 Graves has Janna shield, but Janna started with Tornado, so it'll be more of a harass lane for level 1.
But he is going to have to play a lot safer. The relentless pursuit will get him out of any sort of dangerous situation he does manage to get into, but he won't have any of that early poke that everyone fears from him.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Fiddlesticks, he only has the amp tome. He didn't opt for any pots.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of Fiddlesticks. I guess Nikon's the only one that does it. That just starts out with the amplifying tone because of the sustain he already gets from Drain, level 1.
The thing is, if the jungler, the Nautilus, chooses to invade, then he's gonna be like shit out of luck.
Well, the thing is that Nautilus isn't really an aggressive type of jungler such as Lee Sin or Kha'Zix to go and try to counter jungle a Fiddlesticks. So doing that build wouldn't be that dangerous for Fiddle.
We'll have to see though as the game progresses if Nautilus does manage to put a ward in possibly Wraith Bush or near Wolf Camp, and he spots out Fiddlesticks doing either, then he could possibly set up an invade right there.
Yep, but they're just gonna go for their standard buffs. As you can see, Nautilus is just doing a full clear actually, because he knows that Fiddlesticks isn't going to be ganking anytime soon, nor counter jungling him. So he's fine to just farm it out. Probably take it pretty slow.
Meanwhile, Mundo's actually he's taking a lot of harass from Yorick in the top lane. He's down to about 300 health.
Yep. For the early game, there's going to be a point where Mundo though, that he won't be able to get killed by Yorick, unless I'm assuming Yorick could probably go tier in this build, in this lane matchup, and just stack that up. But you can see that Mundo already is going to have to probably TP back to his turret. So, I mean, that's a win for top lane for red side. If there ever is a moment where Yorick gets to teleport bot lane, because right now you can see blue side being very overly aggressive. So,
yeah, but unfortunately, there is no ward for him to teleport to.
Yeah.
So there's no way for him to catch them out. Ping's going down. Fiddlesticks was headed to gank, but the ward by Lucian is going to spot him out. Meanwhile, Nautilus and TF now, they're trying to set up to kill
Oh, they're trying to do a pick on him. Yep, they're going to get him.
There it is. There's the hook. The stun by TF. They're going to lock him down. TF, Fiddlesticks, there's no way he's escaping. And first blood actually going to be given to Nautilus instead of TF.
Yep. But that was really good coordination by the mid and jungle, just to have that positioning awareness of where Fiddlesticks is going to go after. Let's see.
Looks like...
So you can see that ball lane's getting really pressured though on red side.
Once Lucian got his piercing light, he started putting the pain on. Janna's shield, it wouldn't have helped too much against the zillion bombs, especially since he can combo one after another.
Yep. But also one thing to point out is probably early levels, it would have been much more ideal for Janna to have the shield, because Zillion early level wouldn't be able to get the double bomb off. But now it lost, and there's a kill down at top lane.
It was actually a really easy gank for the Nautilus. He walked in straight into the lane. Yorick had no vision whatsoever, and by the time Yorick spotted him out, it was way too late, and it was essentially a death sentence right there.
But one thing to note is also that Yorick has TP, so it wouldn't be that bad right now. Oh, a little bit of a duel at mid lane though. Ooh.
Hitting the red card, it's unfortunate right there. He was probably looking for that yellow.
Well, I'm pretty sure it would have been. I'm pretty sure he already used his Q right there, so it would have been more ideal to get the red cards actually. Oh, there's a flash gank from Fiddlesticks. Ooh, the stun lands, and that's probably a kill.
There it is. Really good bounce back by Fiddlesticks, just shaking off the early kill off of Nautilus and trying to take some revenge. Meanwhile, Graves, after going back, he has picked up a pickaxe. Looks like Lucian has gone back around, so it looks as though both of these 80 carries, they'll be going for an Infinity Edge as their first item.
Just simple, typical builds for 80 carries now.
I don't know, sometimes I see Lucians go for a Yomu's Blade of the Ruined King.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a bit of it. I think it's more of an interchanging thing. I think it depends what you prefer over anything.
Alright, okay. Interesting thing for the build setup for Mundo right now is that I think he's going towards a Spectral Cows.
I mean, that's not terrible. It's hard to itemize already against Yorick because a lot of his damage is mixed. There it is. Nice stuns combo from Nautilus and TF. Although they don't have enough damage.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Kill. It's unfortunate too because Xerath was already under tower, so they would have had to risk at least one of them dying if they wanted to continue.
Jeff ulti going down onto Janna. But she does get away actually pretty safely using Flash.
She doesn't have level 6 yet, so they will have to play a bit safer. Janna and Graves, they are
Oh, there's
halfway.
ulti coming down on bot lane with Fiddlesticks. Great pickup. That's Zillion.
It's really unfortunate too. They just hit level 6. Unfortunately, Zillion didn't have enough time to use his ultimate on himself, and that probably could have saved him.
I'm not sure though, because he probably would have wasted his ulti, because considering that there was also Janna that could have set up the tornado and just bursted the Zillion after he came back. It's not AP Zillion either.
So like what I was saying before the aggression in that mid lane, it's so hard to itemize against York because a lot of his damage is mixed, and the Spear Visage will help him survive a lot in lane. Even if he does get low, the Spear Visage will help him just heal up a lot faster in case unwanted aggression does happen. Pretty standard stuff in that mid lane. Both AP carries going for the Chalice early.
Oh, okay.
TF. He is. They are an assist, but even though he's down CS, the passive is helping him stay ahead in that lane.
What I want to look around is probably when these teams are going to probably try to go for any team fighting. Which is, I'd say for red side, they want to keep laning phase going. Definitely want to keep laning phase going, because if Yorick can punish as much as he's doing right now, that window is actually going to fall behind. And Yorick is going to be more useful in any team fight.
Yeah, he's extremely team reliant. Nautilus is trying to set up a gank, but the thing is they're pushed in way too far to attempt anything, and the wards are just going to spot him out.
Yep. Oh, he still goes for the dive though. Oh,
I'm so
Monsoon.
I'm so surprised. There's no reason for him to stay. Graves taking so much damage. Fiddlesticks is there, getting the ultimate pop onto Zillion, but now he's in a bad position. Xerath coming in with the ultimate, using the charges, picking up a kill. Graves coming straight back in, and now in the top lane. Mundo going really hard onto Yorick with the ultimate channeling, keeping him healthy enough to pick up the kill.
And that's probably a dead TF.
Oh, the ghost is popped. Dodging as much as he can. The flash comes out. He has a long way to go, though.
Oh, ghost from Xerath is also popped, though. Oh, that was definitely a miss.
That's unfortunate. Missing the Q. That was too deadly. Pings, we're just going to tell him to back off. There was too much pick potential from the Nautilus and TF that didn't want to risk it.
Yeah. What's probably best about blue side, judging from what their comp is, I'd say keep laning phase going, though, actually, at the same time, so that they can get picks off using TF and Nautilus ganks. Especially against the Fiddle, when Nautilus can easily ulti the Crow Storm away before he gets to use it.
Well, that will rely on vision control, so we'll have to see how that will play out as well.
Yes.
The Sightstone is picked up by Zillion. Janna doesn't have hers just yet. That could be important in the coming minutes. Dragon is up still, so the next fight in the near the bottom lane could turn into a dragon.
Yeah, it looks like if right now, since blue side's bot lane is actually recalling, this is a really good opportunity for red team to go for dragon right now.
Fortunately, they don't have vision. They were recalling in a spot. Look, oh, pings. Their pings going down towards dragon.
And they also got a kill on that Yorick, though. So actually, Mundo could TP down. And Yorick's TP is actually down. And you can see, actually, the blue side's ward placements, they can definitely get a teleport right behind them when they're doing dragon.
Nala's catching out Janna. locking her down. Will the smite go off? Who's gonna get it? Fiddlesticks is so low. He does get the smite though.
And he flashes over. That's really well done.
Graves both and Fiddlesticks both getting over the wall. And will Red Team get away with this? Jen,
Oh, this is a great fight.
there it is. The Crow Storm getting channeled. Graves picking up a double kill. Nautilus, he's gonna be killing Fiddlesticks for those troubles. Now, whoa, TF,
Yep.
what was happening right there? Did he lag? He
No,
was
I'm pretty sure he just they overcommitted. They went really overcommitted, and they
No.
never even got to get the Zillion ulti off.
No, it was more like TF was just standing there outside of blue buff. So I'm just a bit
Oh,
confused.
no, he got stunned by the Zerathi.
I didn't notice that.
But that's a really good lead for red side though, since they also got the dragon and they were able to pick up 2 kills for just 1.
Yeah, the gold lead has increased to about 1,200. So that should hopefully keep increasing as they put on the pressure.
But you can see now that blue team can only just make picks off on Yorick.
Oh, in the top lane though, TF ulting to the top lane. Yorick trying to do his best to take him down. Fortunately, it's not enough. And now, Red Team trying to counter that gank. Mundo and TF taking a lot of damage. Yorick is just going to be tanking the tower with his ultimate. But Red Team is not going to re-engage off of that. Both teams trying to get back vision control. A lot of wards being killed over and over again.
But the problem now is that Lucian actually could have done free damage on the inner turret at bottom.
Yeah, he did. They did have vision of Jano and Fiddlesticks. He knew Graves was back. Graves, he did go back to pick up an Infinity Edge. So if Lucian does decide to stay in a straight out 1v1, Graves would have the advantage.
Oh, the blue side seems to be actually trying to do a Baron attempt though.
That's way too early, and without proper visions could prove really disastrous.
Oh,
Janna,
there's the Fiddlesticks ulti.
channeling. Now Nautilus taking so much damage for that Crow Storm, and Zillion, he's out of mana. There's no way he can fight the Fiddlesticks. That's a kill in favor of Red Team, and I think that was a bit of a misguided Baron right there.
I think they were a little bit too over aggressive or cocky to even try that.
There it is. Not
Ooh.
Yorick trying to get there goes the ultimate from Graves, picking up the kill onto TF. Fiddlesticks just draining the Mundo.
Oh, flash burn from Zerath and a flash burn from Mundo.
So now they're working on the second tower. Yorick's take is extremely low. He flashes to get out of range, but it's not enough. Looks like stun onto Zillion. Now the red team's on the defense. They're trying to get away. Speed up onto Nautilus. They lock down Fiddlesticks. Will it be enough? Graves is out of position now. He's nowhere where the team can help him. He takes the kill onto Nautilus though. It was enough of a distraction for his team to do the damage. The passive from Graves is keeping this guy alive. It's so hard to kill him. Yorick, after reviving, teleports back in onto the minions, and now what looked as if Red Team was losing the fight, they turned it around.
Definitely. This game already turned around immediately when Blue Team was thinking that they can actually do Baron.
This Graves, he has 8 kills already. He's sitting on 1,600 gold right now. Meanwhile, Lucian, he doesn't even have enough for his Infinity Edge yet, and at 17 minutes, that's really disastrous.
Yep. Right now, Red Team can actually just keep pushing. They can actually they can group right now and just straight up push and try to go for a dive with the Fiddlesticks ulti now.
The Fiddlesticks ulti and the Yorick ulti, they can just have the Yorick tank the tower, and even if he does die to the tower, he'll have that second clone to continue doing the damage.
Now the next thing that's gonna be up is gonna be Dragon. So I'm really curious as to see whether Blue Team is gonna try to go for a fight at Dragon, or they're just gonna give it up.
We'll have to see. It'll just depend completely on vision. If blue team can manage to get proper vision, they could pick them out. Yorick, he's taking a lot of damage from Lucian and Mundo, and he does end up falling. I'm not sure if the ultimate was worth it. It's on a 90-second cooldown. Dragon's up in 40 seconds.
But you can see that red team is actually rotated up to top lane now. They could actually try to go for this final outer turret though. No, the second the top lane turret.
Nautilus is in the mid lane though. He's taking that tower. He's not doing much though. It's 90 down to half health, and red team, they're already knocking on the top turret's door.
But right now the thing is that since they have TF for blue side, they can easily wave clear it. So right now TF, wherever he goes, it's gonna be fine for that lane. Ooh, a TP goes in though.
Catching out the Xerath.
Oh, an engage goes in with the hook.
Logging him down. The bomb is on him. Janna flashing. Oh my god, what is the flash? The Crow Storm getting fully channeled, but he gets blown up by Nautilus and Graves. And now, Graves is on the defense. They lock him down. The stun from Nautilus is too much, and he's not going to be able to get away. Could this turn into a Baron? No.
I'd say they just need to just push out mid and just take the turret. They can take out mid turret and then just go for a rotation onto Dragon.
So, after catching out the Xerath, like they really should have just let the Xerath die right there. Janna had no reason to flash after Xerath died, and I was a bit confused as to what happened right there.
Yeah, it was even more certain when Nautilus landed the hook though onto the Xerath.
Looks like alright, blue team after taking Dragon, they're gonna go back. Lucian's finally gonna finish the Infinity Edge, working on a static Shiv. As well as Graves. He's gonna finish that a lot earlier though. So they should really take the time where Graves has the item advantage to fight. Especially since TF, he doesn't have his Lich Bane just yet.
Now, if you look at the build comp though of Mundo, I'd say he'd be fine at any lane, especially against Yorick, because he probably can 1v1 the Yorick by now.
Oh yeah, I mean we've seen him 1v1ing the Yorick even during the laning phase. Yorick hasn't posed a huge threat for the Mundo. And now Zillion getting caught out trying to clear the ward. He's taking so much damage. The drain from Fiddlesticks is gonna pick up the kill. There goes the depth charge.
And a TP going down from Mundo.
Oh my, Janna is in such a bad position. She doesn't have flash. They're gonna go for Yorick though. They're trying to lock him down. Xerath doing as much as he can to slow Graves. He is so low. Getting chased by Mundo. The ultimate onto Graves.
And then a TF gate.
Flash getting the stun up. There's the kill. Onto Graves. Now Lucian's on the defense. He gets the kill onto Yorick.
But you can see that ghost from Graves actually killing the Lucian though.
Looks like Janna chasing the Mundo. Fiddlesticks and Janna, now they're going to be soloing this. They're going to be soloing the Nautilus Mundo. I'm not sure what he's doing right there. There was a lot of kill potential from the Fiddlesticks. Ultimate onto Mundo. He's trying to die. Oh no. They do pick up the kill onto Fiddlesticks. Nautilus, meanwhile, picking up the kill on Janna. Yeah. That fight was completely lopsided. Like,
it was definitely favored into red side once they got the pick on the Zillion, but they delayed their timing on fighting for so long that Zillion was able to come back into the fight and be able to help their team.
They really should have just gotten out of that fight. Like it doesn't matter if you let the Mundo and Janna live. You've got the key targets. You shut them down. Use that to take an objective. Top tower, it was pushing in their favor. But after taking so long, it started pushing against them.
They could have easily just recalled and called that fight win, and then just go back and try to make another pick instead.
Red buff gonna be given over to Lucian. Looks like Janna's actually gonna be upgrading the Frost Scream's claim fully. Not gonna pick up anything else. So we'll have to see how that works out for them. I'm surprised she hasn't maybe gone for the Chalice into Mikhail's Crucible just yet. It's gonna come out. If she does pick it up, it's gonna come out pretty late.
Gay coming down onto York. He does have flash.
They do proc Baron. He's not gonna be able to back there. He's good. He has the flash.
Yep.
Ultimate by Lucian, just gonna knock Janna out of any sort of defensive position. She was trying to get a ward into the Baron pit. Red team.
Graves is actually split pushing bottom. Blue side can definitely go in and push out this mid turret.
Oh, the Crow Storm. He's in no man's land now. He tried to get a pick onto Lucian, but Lucian, with quick fingers, was able to get away. And now, with Crow Storm down and Graves in the bottom lane,
they can definitely go for a Baron. They can definitely force it.
Yeah, there's no way for Red team to fight this, especially with no way for Fiddles to get in to the area. Here's the flash to try and lock down Zillion, and it's enough. They do pick up the kill, and now they turn. York taking so much damage. The ultimate getting down on himself. Fiddlesticks trying to do what he can. He does use Zanya's and Graves. He's finally joined the fight. He does get hooked by the Nautilus. He dashes away, tries to do so much damage. He's forced to flash over the wall. Blue team now is in a bad position. Mundo popping his ultimate, trying to get the cleavers down, trying to slow anyone. Now, Lucian there, trying to do the damage with Graves, getting the crits, trying to take down Lucian, but it's not enough.
A great pick by Janna, though, to pick off the Lucian.
He definitely did not expect that. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, if the Lucian survived, though, they definitely could have went for Baron.
Looks like so. That fight went, I believe it went 1-for-1 right there. No, 2-for-1 in favor. It went 2-for-1 in favor of blue team. Yeah, Fiddlesticks and York died, right? So that was a 3-for-1 then. Fiddlesticks, Graves, and Yorick all died on purple side. So that was a 3-for-1. Unfortunately, with Lucian dying to Janna, that didn't allow them too many options to take an objective.
Now you can see that actually Dragon's up now though, and none of the players on blue side is actually prepared to actually counter red team's Baron Dragon attempt.
The thing is though, if blue team spots red team starting Dragon, the three members that are actually there, TF, Nautilus, and Mundo, they can easily start on that Baron and they can easily hold it off and start it, and then wait for Lucian and Zillion to get there to just continue taking it. Yorick is gonna spot out the attempt. Just gonna take them off of it. Gonna clear up a bit of vision. Yeah, red team, they don't want to give up Baron. They're just going to let Dragon go. They don't want to risk it. Oh, is this gonna be a pincer movement onto?
No, it won't be.
If TF had reacted just a bit faster, he would have been caught out. He didn't have his flash either since he was forced to blow it
in the last fight.
Yeah.
But one thing to point out though is the amount of pink wards blue team has. I feel like blue team can definitely go. They have better map control over this game than red team does right now. So if each of them get a pink ward, place them out, defend them properly, and they'd be fine.
Looks like blue team started on the Dragon. Yorick is going to teleport, and he's going to catch out the Lucian. No one's there to help him. And meanwhile, Janna's taking so much damage. Yorick is single-handedly zoning out the Lucian in this fight. TF Gate is going to help the Lucian take down Yorick. And now Graves is on the defense. He's trying to take down Mundo, but he's so tanky. The cleaver misses. Graves is able to take down Mundo. Lucian and Zillion will be enough to clean up the rest of the kills. That's a 4-for-1 in favor of... Oh, wait, I spoke too soon. Will the... No, the Xerath ultimate's not enough to take down Lucian. And that's going to end the fight in a 4-for-1.
And they're going to actually go for Baron now.
And there's no way. There's no way that Xerath can stop this. TF is more than enough to hinder any sort of...
Yep.
Any sort of steal.
Xerath doesn't even have his ulti yet. So this will be a pretty safe Baron attempt.
Oh, but they're so low though. They're so low.
Oh, a Mundo TP though.
That is just unfortunate. He stayed there for way too long, especially with... He did have a ward in there too. So he should have known that there was no use of staying there. I think he was more banking on the chance that he was more banking on the off chance that he stole it.
Yeah, that's probably the only reason he would have to stay. Because right now at this point, blue team have complete control over the map. And right now, if they since they lost Baron, they're not going to be able to do much. The only thing they can do now is just get a consolation prize of Dragon.
They will be taking that. I was hoping that blue team would have tried to fight them after that, especially since they have Baron buff. But TF and Nautilus were still at half health, so there's no chance of a fight right there. While that all was happening, though, the minions for blue side, they were pounding on the bottom lane inhibitor tower.
It already got the bottom inner turret too. So right now, blue team does want to seem to group, which is probably the best decision right now. But what they actually could do with this specific comp, is go for a 1-3 push, 1-3-1 push with the Mundo when he has TP.
Yeah, it won't be up anytime soon. Red team knows they had a good 5 minutes since Mundo chose to teleport to pick up the kill on Xerath. So they know they have a bit of leeway in terms of Mundo split pushing. But I do agree. Once that comes up, they will have to watch out for it.
But the thing is now, since TF has Lichbane, he can easily just be split pushing by himself at bot lane and just keep pressure.
The minions are pushing in red team's favor. I was maybe hoping for someone on blue team to just go clear that wave and then let clear top and bottom, wait for those to start pushing in their favor, and then let the minions all hit the towers at the same time, forcing them to actually go off it. There goes the Crow Storm. He does hit the Zanyas. Is not going to hit anyone else though. Zillion is forced to ult himself, and now Graves is in a bad position. He's taking so much damage. Lucian is able to hit him down. And now, Fiddlesticks is in a really bad spot. He does manage to pick up a kill onto Lucian, and the shield from Janna is gonna keep him alive. In a 1-for-1 right now, blue team is gonna be able to push down that tower. I don't think they'll be able to take down anything else. The bottom wave is something they have to fear for. That can easily take down their bottom tower. Top lane is also pushing red team's favor. Let's see if red team, they take this small quote-unquote advantage and try to take something from it. Right? Blue team, yeah, sorry.
For the fight though, I think the main issue was that Fiddlesticks was just way too far away from any of the carries using the Crow Storm. So what happened was just a simple Nautilus auto attack passive would have just locked him in, forcing the Fiddlesticks to either die or use Zhonya's in a spot where it wasn't damaging any of the carries.
Well, actually, what's really strange to me though is like he had flash up, and I don't know, I don't know if you noticed, but when he used Crow Storm, he didn't go over the wall, so he's forced to flash over the wall. Oh, TF getting a pick onto Xerath. They're gonna pick up a kill right there. Nautilus, he's extremely low at this moment. He is gonna live, and now Graves doing what he can, doing so much damage. Lucian getting caught out. Mundo is just going to be ignoring that. The Ultra Zillion is just going to revive Lucian back up, and now Mundo is tanking 3 members by himself. It's so hard to take him down. Fiddlesticks in the back line taking the kill. Actually, Graves is going to be taking the kill onto Fiddlesticks, and now Nahles on the defense tried to pick up a kill. Buckshot from Graves is going to kill Lucian. Janna trying to maybe kill the Mundo. Or, okay, he was just stopping the back. Janna was being a bit adventurous. Mundo could have turned onto her.
I think the problem with the blue team is that in that stage, they were being way too over cocky with their lead that they had, and try to go for a pick on the Zera, which was not bad. But the problem was they try to go for a bigger advantage when they didn't have any vision.
Yeah. I mean, if we can see, the only wards that they have are in, like, the only wards they actually had on the map at the time were on the bottom side. They had no vision whatsoever besides the TF gate. The Destiny, not the gate. So at this point,
this does relieve a lot of pressure off the red team in the team fights right now, because they actually could win a straight up 5v5 at this point with the Fiddlesticks Crowstorm.
Well, we'll have to see if he actually can position that correctly, because we've seen in these recent fights, he hasn't been able to hit really devastating Crowstorms. He's been able to hit 1 or 2 people, but he's always been locked down fast enough to make it somewhat ineffective. Of course, it's more of a positioning matter. He throws the blue team off of their position, but we'll have to see how he can affect these coming fights, especially if Nautilus is able to lock him down extremely early before he can get his Zanyas off.
My question right now is why Mundo isn't actually going bot lane to split push when he has TP.
I think at this point the thing is that blue team, I think they're more fearful of red team just completely diving mid lane. I don't think they want, because I think, oh, there's a Fiddlesticks Crowstorm hitting 3 members. The ultimate onto Lucian is going to be going down. Fiddlesticks not gonna Zanyas fast enough. He's gonna fall. Graves now picking up a double kill on Mundo and Zillion, and now blue team is immediately on the defense. Yep,
that Crowstorm was played out pretty well. Even though it did get him killed pretty quickly, the main point was that it forced out the Zillion ult in front of the whole red team. So Lucian only had one way to go, out of the fight, and not be able to do anything.
Looks like, meanwhile, Nahles is going to be picking up a kill onto York. He was taking tower for way too long, and I think that's actually a recurring instance in this game. We see York, he's always tanking these towers, but he's just tanking them for a bit too long, and he keeps falling to that.
Yeah. I think the York is being really over-aggressive in these thoughts that his team may actually dive with them. So I don't think they're just on the same page right now. But you can see that blue team is actually going to go for a Baron attempt.
I mean,
desperate.
They do have the numbers advantage. Unfortunately, they are behind right now. So Fiddlesticks, he doesn't have his Crowstorm up just yet. So there's no way for him to jump over the wall to steal it, especially with no flash. And yeah, blue team, they're just going to be taking that dragon without any, taking the Baron without any aggression from purple team, red team. Looks like they're going to go for dragon. It's a bit of a consolation prize right now that will keep their gold lead up. It's going to bring it up to about 2,000. Mundo, he was forced to teleport in that previous flash, so any hopes of split pushing are all but gone right now.
What I'm pretty curious is to see that TF actually doesn't have Hourglass at this point of the game, which I'd recommend against the comp like red team because of the burst that is Xerath and a Fiddlesticks and a Graves would have.
I think the thing is like he's been pretty well with keeping alive in these fights. It's more during these it's more during the he's been getting picked off more often than dying in the fights. And I think picking up the Void Staff instead of the Zanyas, it's more of a I think it was more of a like a more thought out decision. Like, hey, I'm not dying in team fights. I'm dying because I'm getting picked off and I'm being dumb right now. So if I can just avoid getting picked off, I think like the void staff would help me a lot more than the Zanyas, because like as it is, red team has so much MR right now.
Well, what TF could have actually bought instead of the Death Cap is the Hourglass, and be able to go and try to make a teleport play with the Mundo from behind. Flank him. Use the Nautilus ulti. Flank go straight with an engage. Have the Mundo TP behind with the TF. And they probably win a fight without the Fiddlesticks able to do any Crow Storm.
Let's see. TF using the ultimate. Gonna try and catch out Graves. He does, but that's so much damage. Just knocking the Janna shield off of him. Now, Mundo, he's being pretty aggressive. Damage does go on him, but he's way too tanky to even care. Looks like Xerath ultimate is going to be coming out. TF's at half health. Mundo's just going to be tanking down this tower. The ultimate coming out. Nautilus taking the kill off of Fiddlesticks. He died before he could even Zanya's. And now, the Static Shift doing so much damage to the team. Nautilus trying to pick up the kill onto Graves. Graves is gonna be taking that kill. And now red team is on the aggression. Oh, there's a very nice flash Q from Xerath, sniping the kill off of TF. Graves, he is still at full health.
He is honestly a monster in this game right now.
Red team, they're going to be pushing down this middle inhibitor tower. That's going to fall fairly quickly. Only Zillion and Lucian are there to actually defend it. And without any AP, the Zillion, he's not doing any damage that could actually be anyone is scared of. Lucian blowing the flash to pick up a kill onto Xerath, and with the speed boost from Zillion was able to pick up another kill onto Yorick. The calling comes out. Again, that is such a short cooldown.
What was really interesting is blue team still trying to go for that mid inhibitor turret when they knew that they can easily get flanked by the Fiddlesticks Crowstorm.
I mean that is what happened, but unfortunately Fiddlesticks died so fast and he couldn't even Zanya. Whoa! He is so low. Lucian's taking a bit too much damage.
But it was a good decision.
He was cutting
to
it
actually
close.
try and go for it.
Looks like the rest of the red team, they're going to be pushing with that super minion. Baron is up in 2 minutes. So in about a minute, we should be seeing both teams trying to get vision control over that area. Looks like pretty similar builds coming out from both Nautilus and Mundo. They're going to be so difficult to kill in the upcoming team fight. I would not be surprised if Nautilus sells the Ancient Golem very soon. And he'll probably be getting a more tank based item, maybe maybe a Banshees.
No, but you can see right now that red team is actually trying to go for a pick off, and so because they right now have the vision control, they have the vision control on the bot side of the jungle of the enemy team.
It's also like at this point of the game, any sort of pick would completely spill out the end of the game. Like any one pick, they could pick off the zillion for anything, and that's a huge pick too, because if that takes away such a key ultimate for blue team. Looks like Lucian actually he has picked up a Quicksilver Sash, so that's gonna give him. So on top of the Mikhails from Zillion, he'll have a bit of extra safety in case any stray CC manages to hit him.
Alright, so now that you can see that Baron's actually up alive right now, and sadly the unfortunate thing is still both teams aren't buying, I guess, enough pink wards so that they could do Baron control.
I just don't think they're buying enough wards. All of the wards that we're seeing on the map are coming from the supports, and I see Yorick, he has an empty spot, so there's no reason for him to not have wards in his inventory.
Oh, York is actually getting caught out right here, though.
Oh, that's a really interesting decision from him. He's trying to tank tower and Mundo, Baron and Mundo at the same time, and he's paying for it. Looks like a bit of a skirmish happening. Oh, the Jenna Monsoon knocks Lucian away, and he is dying to Fatal 6 Crow Storm. That was such a huge play from Jenna, flashing behind the Lucian, getting the Monsoon, and just knocking him towards the team. Red team, they don't need Baron anymore. They can just straight out win the game.
Yeah, the problem with that was blue team tried to make a fight there, I'd say, instead of trying to actually disengaging. And red team were able to do the engage, especially with that Janna Flash Monsoon into the Fiddle ulti, which was great.
Like that really just spelt out the game for red team. Just that one play just completely devastated blue team. So red team is going to finish the game off, and I guess that will be all for now. My name's Desifresh, and
my name's AZNDEVIL.
Asian Devil. Okay, and we'll be out.